Welcome. Yes, you are right. This is Outside the Locker Room. Well, you can call it OTL for short. My name is Joy Waja. And yes, you can also call me Joy Lerato. On this particular show, we are in for a great ride. And, later on, you know why I said so. Why? Because, of course, you know that this is the show where we bring you both sports and entertainment. And of course, it's your show where we celebrate your goals for Jesus. What are you doing about our mandate for the year, where we are on the race to reach the last lost soul? Yes, the last man. We're doing it both in relay race, both in football, in tennis, and on the streets, and worldwide, globally. We are on the race to reach the last man. And your input, what you're doing with your chariot is so important in this year of manifestation. And you're welcome, because we are about to go on a ride of what went on over the weekend, and of course, furthermore, to talk about other games that are coming up. Who's going to take the EPL this time? What do you think? Is it still Arsenal or is it Man City? What are your thoughts, really? Some people are praying that Arsenal should not take it. Why some are like, let's just give it to them. After all, they're already gotten to, Champions League final. So they might as well just take that one and rest. But whichever one, I think that Arsenal should have this one for this year, this season, the Premier League. But all of that we're going to discuss on the show today. And I'm not here alone. Yes, you're like, Joy, are you serious? I used to see you here alone. But no, I have someone who is, we call him the octopus. We call him Bishop. Okay, you're already guessing who it is. It's none other than Dixon Umetu Dixon. The name was so good that they had to give him the name again. Hi, Dixon. My goodness.
Joy Lerato, great to be here. I just to say good day, viewers, and I'm sure Arsenal fans are saying, "This guy, you are here again."
What do you want to come and say?
Here again. What do you want to come and say? I'm here. Don't worry, Joy, don't worry. I'll just make this show as cool as it is, not as feisty as Prime Sports is. But I'm always. It's always a pleasure, to talk sports. Always great to be here on OTL. Also, to do this with the presenter of the year 2025. The well-deserved presenter of the year. So great, an honor to be here to talk sports.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. And you know what? It's really a great one because, one of the stories that we just saw the highlights of previous World Cup and all the winners who have actually won. And we'll have a World Cup also that is, in the fall. And I think that will be the first story that we're going to talk about. And it says that delusion or spectacle, how 48 teams may affect the 2026 World Cup. We're already looking forward to the World Cup in 3 nations, in America, in Canada, and in Mexico. And I'm sure a lot of people will know. I said this in our last show that if your tickets are not ready yet, then I don't think you're planning to travel. Because it's just, next month, June, right?
Some people are thinking of ice.
Yeah, by the cold.
No, the ice, the agent from Trump that's chasing people that don't have paper. So please, if you are, be well documented if you are going for this World Cup, especially in the US. But let's just take a quick look at those highlights. Great highlights you guys have brought there. We just showed, I think the highlight started from 1998 when Brazil beat France when France beat Brazil at home 3-0. A break from Zinedine Zidane. Yes. Every time I look at those World Cup finals, and how Nigeria has lost out back-to-back, not going to the World Cup. It hurts my feelings that we are not going to be there. But great to see that the great teams like Argentina, Germany, and
have been consistent.
They've been consistent over the years. You saw Italy there.
Yes.
When is it going to be time for Africa? And that's what is the lips of people. And that's why we are going to be having as much as 10 African teams participate for the first time ever. Just like you just said, the expanded format, 48.
Yes.
And now you ask a question, how is it going to affect this? It's a two-way thing. Now, I think the organizers, FIFA, especially Infantino, will have looked at, he wants many teams to participate. We've seen how a particular continent or 2 continents have dominated this tournament. When you talk about South America, you talk about Europe, they are the most winners of this World Cup.
Yes.
Let me not say most winners. They've not shared it again. They've not shared it with any other continent again.
Right.
No continent has won it again apart from Europe and South America. Yeah. So for the organizers, they're looking at, let's broaden the scope. Let teams like Cape Verde, let them participate in the first World Cup. Let their fans come in and enjoy the spectacle.
Yes.
You understand? We've seen first-timers. We've seen some first-timers at the World Cup. So I think it brings another dimension to make it open for you to see other cultures, those people that have not tested what the World Cup is all about.
Yeah.
But again, I'm looking at some disadvantage. And the disadvantage, people might say, Coach Dickson, well, there's no capacity, it's good. Maybe because Nigeria is not there. Not because of Nigeria is not there. The disadvantage I'm looking at now is that, are we going to be seeing scoreline like 10-0 at the World Cup? Because these debutants, you can't compare. No, I know that there might be some shockers.
Yes.
We know.
Yes.
But imagine Sarah Carl versus Lionel Messi, Argentina. Do you want to see a 10-0?
Like? Yeah. We never say never, because we know the way sports is, and especially football. You would think that, because it's one of the smallest teams, they might not be able to perform. And at the end of the day, we just find, see the whole drama. It's the other way around. So I'm not sure how that is going to play out in this particular World Cup. But I think, you rightly mentioned your own concern, but my own concern is how the people are going to conduct themselves, because we don't want to see a repeat of what happened, with that's the World Cup we saw late, the last World Cup we saw, where we had a little drama, with Senegal and the likes. We don't want to see a repeat of those kind of things, because this is Africans going out there. There's cold. Are they even prepared for, the weather in Canada? All of those things are some of the things that we're also bringing to your attention, because just in case you find yourself, I got a visa, I'm going to watch the game and all of that, you need to prepare. I think we're going to talk about, I should have like a segment where we talk about, culture shock when you go to Canada, Mexico, America, for the kind of things to expect, what you should go with, what you should hold. Those are some of the things also that
language not to use.
Yes, the language.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
One of my, you travel abroad, you don't say I want to buy drugs though.
Exactly.
You say I want to buy my medications. You don't say, here we don't say I want to get drugs.
Yeah, you say drugs over there. That's
you don't say drugs.
Exactly. And then you see people and you just want to shake them. In Nigeria or rather in Africa, we're used to the warmness and all of that. Some people don't even want. You don't even stare.
Close by.
So some of those things, I think that the Football Association is also looking into all of that, because these are people who are coming. But I want us to even look at, let's take a look at the promo again, just so you remind yourself, or, bring it back to your memory, what is going to be like, what to expect at this 2026 World Cup. I think it's not just the countdown that is on, it is actually right here in our front. And, this particular World Cup is going to see the two known greatest, let me use that, because there are some who are actually great as well. But Ronaldo and Messi is going to see them, bow out from the national team. After this particular game, I was just asking Dixon that Ronaldo is going to play. That was really nice.
Yes, at 41, going to 42. Yeah. And at Messi, 39. I know over the course of their careers, they've been bashed. They've compared two of them. The two of them have brought out the greatness in them because of the comparison. That's it. But I think this generation should be proud that they witnessed these two footballers. And what a way to sign out at the World Cup. And if the scriptwriter of this World Cup is a very good scriptwriter, what a way to sign off. I know the Messi fans will not like me saying this. Find out with Ronaldo winning the World Cup. So at the end of the day, when you finish the history, to be written in history, that Messi had won the World Cup, Ronaldo had won the World Cup. And what a befitting way, to sign these players.
So Dixon, you're officially telling us now that this thing is a script that is always written. Guys, what's your fancy? The octopus is here. This is the man in the administration. He knows everything.
Don't let them catch me by bus stop. Before they say, hey, you'll be writing the script.
Right, you'll be writing the script. But it's really good to see that, from Al Nassr, right? Where Ronaldo is playing the eyeballs have actually not really been so much on him, from there. But even though he's been doing all these matches, I'm not saying a lot of people don't really have the opportunity to watch him play.
If you follow Ronaldo, then you watch him. He's about to break the 1,000 goal record.
Yes.
He has scored 972. 972 goals. Messi is on 904 goals.
4 goals, yeah.
So these are two players, unbelievable.
Yeah. So if you're into sports, especially young people, my OTL fans, young ones, and you want to go into football, these are the guys that you should look out for. Okay, you can follow Hurricane, but make sure you're winning cups. Make sure you're winning titles. Okay, so we're going to move quickly to Flamingos. Of course, they land in Ikenne for the clash between Guinea and, of course, under 17. We are actually doing fantastic so far.
Yes.
What do you have to say about, their upcoming game with Guinea? What do you think? Is it going to be a win? Is it going to be a draw?
Well, for me, definitely. I like, for people that Flamingos, that's the under 17, female under 17 team for this Nigeria. Just like for the Nigerian, for the late men, we call it the Golden Eaglet. So they're called Flamingos, and they'll be having a qualifier, for the World Cup against Guinea.
Yeah.
And that finals will be in Morocco. Morocco seems to be probably hosting almost everything, but yeah, that's good. But for the Flamingos, right now, Flamingos should be they're the best team in Africa.
Yeah.
So when it comes to qualifiers, we've qualified for almost all the tournaments when it comes to female junior categories, whether Falconets or Flamingos. But for me, I see them to go through in both legs against Guinea.
Guinea, right.
Are the African teams catching up? Yes, their play have gradually improved, but I think they've not catch up with the Flamingos just yet. But for me, I always want to look ahead, not just the qualifiers.
Yeah.
But we don't want to still be here and be doing local champions. We'll be beating Guinea. Seychelles will come, 8 goals aggregate. We'll play Senegal, we'll beat them 4-1 aggregate. When it comes to the World Cup, that we have found one team. So for me, I'm looking beyond the qualifiers. Now, maybe people will say qualify first, but it's never a problem for the Flamingos to qualify. But what are they going to do when they get to the World Cup in Mexico, in Morocco? And that's the key word for me. So for me, I don't think it's going to be anything to negotiate here. Is Flamingos to qualify for the World Cup in Morocco? Yeah. What are you going to do in Morocco when you qualify? When you meet the likes of USA, meet the likes of Germany or Spain.
Yes.
The truth is, I don't know. More developmental structures need to be put in place for these girls. If you see money that have been put in England, in countries like Spain, for their young female footballers, and that's why we've not been able to compete with when we go to the World Cup.
Yes.
Because you look at...
Because those guys are on fire. I mean, when you watch the play, it's usually so fast, so swift. They are sweeping in the goals, and you're wondering to yourself, what is really happening? Yes, exactly.
Our girls does not know the fundamentals of passing 3-4 balls together.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you are playing a side. Let's say, for example, the English side, the US side, that have been coached from the academies. How many academies do we have for ladies? And again, I need to use this opportunity to also, I know I have girls in the house, but I want them to be footballers. I don't know. If they show passion, I think my parents should also encourage kids, and the government also should create academies.
Kind of
because now, if you look at it, what's obtainable abroad? What they do is that they set up this academy that go side by side with schooling.
Yes.
So in case, football doesn't work, you fall back to your education.
Yes.
Do you understand? So I think we should have those things. You can see sometimes...
And even the academics also determine if you will stay on the team.
Yes.
So it's not like when you're making...
Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
For me, I always use myself as an example. I had skill in playing football. Any which way I wanted to go, it would have been fantastic for me. But I had parents that just wanted just the educational stuff. They didn't want to hear about sports. Sports are as if you were... I don't want to use the word failure. They felt there was no future in it. So I want to encourage parents also to, cut some slack for if you see your daughter wants to play football.
So the way you're talking now is like you're telling me to say Carissa should go into sport because she likes football. She likes sports. I mean, she particularly likes football. If you have a boy here right now, she's kicked it and all. So maybe you should talk to her.
I'm throwing it to you now. Do you think the father will want Carissa to be a footballer?
No. I think the dad might not mind because he's a sports person. But
it's better. It's sweet to say me to a sports person than to allow your daughter.
Because when I think about the injuries and all that sport, I don't want. No, the girl is too pretty and too cute for that.
I have a daughter. When it comes to sports, she's very good in racing. She's very energetic. Right. In short, I went to her school. When it was her time to race, she was racing with the boys. She was racing with the boys because it was like a cheat code if she was racing with the girls. She was racing with the boys. But one thing I know that she has found interest in is swimming. It's like what she was born with that ability. But again, look at what is attainable here.
Oh, no, not in Nigeria. Swimming, except
I need to ship her abroad and harness her talent. And when she gets there, to the US, will she now come back and swim for Nigeria?